So let's just say you started your search in moving to Texas, and what two cities are going to pop up first? Frisco and Southlake. Why is that, you ask? Well, Southlake has the #1 school district in the entire state of Texas. Yeah, that'll get your attention. But what about Frisco? Well, Frisco was named Money Magazine's #1 best place to live in America in 2018, as in best place in the entire country. So that's pretty compelling too. Listen, if you're considering these two cities, you've definitely come to the right place. Stay tuned and let's dive into Frisco versus Southlake. Which one will you choose? Hi everyone, my name is Wendy Pinnell and I am a realtor and a broker in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and have been for over 13 years now. I've also lived in the great state of Texas since 1975, and today, let's talk about Frisco and Southlake. One thing you should know right off is there is no right or wrong decision of which city you choose. It really just depends on what you're looking for in a city and what feels most comfortable for you. So let's dive right in. Let's talk about Frisco. Frisco is a growing, developing suburb of Dallas. The feeling you'll find in Frisco is new and shiny. If you love new things, if you like to drive in a development that is new with all the bells and whistles, you'll find that in Frisco. Frisco is a popular place for a reason. According to friscotexas.gov, the population is just over 207,000 and it's growing by leaps and bounds. You'll find some cities in the metroplex are landlocked. As time passes, the homes there are going to age and the city will have a more mature, aged feel. That's not the case in Frisco. There's plenty of room for new development, giving the city a vibrant, emerging feel. Another thing you should know about Frisco is it offers fantastic diversity. There are so many fun places to hang out and people watch. You have all types of people in all different demographics. You'll have families, singles, different ethnic groups. Frisco is a little more diverse than Southlake in a very good way. It's not that there aren't any singles in Southlake, you're just going to see more families than singles there. So what is the energy, the mood like in the two cities? Well, Frisco has a healthy lifestyle. It's energetic and opportunities for physical fitness are everywhere. You're going to see people running on the streets. You'll have multiple fitness options and health food stores. I would describe Frisco with words like healthy, new, upbeat, and entertaining. There are so many entertainment options. Overall, Frisco has that shiny new feel to it. The energy in Southlake is a bit more family-oriented, I would say. Again, I'm not saying that there are no singles there, but it's definitely more of a family community feel. Southlake has the Southlake Town Square, where many people love to go hang out. It's a great place to meet your friends. In fact, neighboring cities all over come to hang out at Southlake Town Square. They have annual events for Christmas, Easter, and even the 4th of July. There are so many events held in the Southlake Town Square. It lends to such a community feel. People love to get involved with the community in Southlake. They love the politics of the community. Overall, Southlake has a more community, hometown feel, and Frisco definitely has an upbeat, energetic feel. You can definitely get community in Frisco, but you'll have to be more intentional. Now, even though Southlake has this hometown community feel, they do still value fitness and nutrition there. You'll see many joggers and workout facilities. It's just not quite as much of a focus in Southlake. Let's turn the corner and compare housing in the two cities. Frisco has beautiful homes, but they also have condos, apartments, and multiple housing options. In Southlake, you pretty much only have two options: homes or very expensive condos. Did you know they have 0 apartments in Southlake? The condos there start at $1 million plus, and that's why you're going to tend to see more families than singles in Southlake. Okay, so when you buy, you don't just buy the house, right? So what are the lots like in Frisco and Southlake? Well, in Frisco, so many of the homes are newer and built in master plan subdivisions. So what does that mean? Well, it means a developer sends in his bulldozer, removing all the mature trees, brush, and even changing the topography to a degree. They level the ground and then build massive amounts of homes on small lots with a limited amount of floor plans in each subdivision. Overall, in Frisco, you're going to see smaller lots and less trees. That isn't to say you can't get a home in Frisco with land or trees. You'll just be looking at the 1 million or so higher price range to find one, and you still won't get that much land compared to what you could get elsewhere. Southlake has more to offer when it comes to lot size. Also, when we're talking about the topography of Southlake, there are many more tall, mature trees. The trees there are taller than many in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in beautiful established neighborhoods. Southlake tended to be built by more custom home builders, and this is quite different than your mass developers. In Southlake, you'll see more diverse floor plans and larger lots. Homes are older, so you have more mature trees. Most of the homes in Southlake are going to be very unique next to the one down the street. If you really want a larger backyard with a larger lot, maybe a little more secluded, you may want to consider Southlake. Frisco is newer and more sparkly, and the homes are newer too. The median year for homes built in Frisco is 2006. Southlake is more established. Southlake was booming in the late 90s and early 2000s, so the median year home built in Southlake is 1998. Now for a very important topic, let's talk about price. In Southlake, it's very hard to find a home under $500,000. Whereas in Frisco, you can get a home for $250,000. Now granted, it's not going to be brand new, and it will be on the smaller side, say around 1,600 square feet or so. It'll probably be built in the 90s, which is definitely older for Frisco. In Southlake, your entry-level home will be in the $500,000 range. To get a nicer home, you're looking at $700,000 on up to several millions. Frisco is still new and developing. You can get a brand new home for $500,000, maybe $550,000 in Frisco. But in Southlake, you're going to have to spend around $1.2 million to get a brand new home. The median home price in Southlake is $823,000. So just to get into Southlake is a much higher price point. By all means, now you can get a home for $650,000 in Southlake. You just need to know you're going to have to update it. On the other hand, the median home price in Frisco is $432,000. Quite a difference there. One thing you should know is that both the population and the amount of housing available is much smaller in Southlake. Schools are pretty important to most folks, so let's go ahead and talk about schools for a little bit. Let's compare Frisco and Southlake schools. Both Frisco as well as Carroll ISD, which is the Southlake schools, are top rated. Frisco is in the top 3% of school districts in the state of Texas, and Southlake is literally the #1 school in the state of Texas. Both school districts really want the parents involved, and that is a huge component to a great educated child. Frisco has 11 high schools and over 16,000 students. The benefit of a large school district is that there are many opportunities and many programs have been developed. Now, Southlake only has 8,300 students in the school district. They are #1 for a very good reason. They have a 100% graduation rate and are known for their high LSAT and ACT scores. Southlake only has 2 high schools, but just because they're smaller doesn't mean they're not on the radar of talent scouts and colleges. They're #1 in the state of Texas, so they will definitely remain on the college's radars. So there you have it, some fantastic comparisons of Frisco versus Southlake. They're very different places to both live and love, depending on what you're looking for. If you're thinking about moving to Texas, I would love to help find the right community for you. All you need to do is reach out to me via my contact information below, and let's get acquainted. And listen, if you found this video helpful, hop on over to my channel where you'll find many more just like it. Be sure and hit that subscribe button, click on that little bell so you can be notified every time I release a new video. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.